Assalamu alaikum. My name is Muhi. I'm a student of BSSC. My topic is we are going to talk about self confidence. What is self confidence? Self confidence is an overachieving attitude. It is a feeling about yourself that allows you to hold ultimate positivity with an assured sense of reality. In other words, it allows you to see the very best of every situation in the proper context. For example, you trust your own abilities and feel in control of your life to a point. However, your lack of ability in one area does not affect your overall mission in the world. You understand your purpose, your goal, and you have the abilities to reach them. Ability limits. We will talk about ability limits. Furthermore, you maintain a sense of humor, you don't feel the weight of the world. Rather, you attain your goals without the undue stress that afflicts the majority of people. Even with your lack of stress, you are hardworking and dependable. You don't have negative stress pushing you to succeed. We are going to talk about when do you have your self confidence. In our childhood, we experience and the ways you remember them, you will understand the ways in which these childhood experiences create poor self confidence in the next chapter. From past experience, we develop a new idea of self confidence. Furthermore, fortunately, you can forward from these past experience to formulate new ideas of self confidence, of self worth. In order to fuel new self confidence, you must adopt new behavior. Our second part is that creating a bond between action and belief. If you believe that you are not strong, if you maintain that you are incapable, you lack self confidence and will therefore find no reason to meet your goal or succeed in your life. Look to behavior of your self confidence person, what they do. If you act like someone who is self confident, if you radiate self confidence through all you do and say, your action will begin to feed your perception to yourself. You can alter your interior beliefs system and begin to feel like a self confident person on the inside. You can feed a better interior sense of self confidence when your manners align with that person. Look to the behavior of a self confident person and begin to match what they do. Even if your interior self is a little off and lacking in self confidence, you can begin to carry a different posture, a different manner when your manner align with that of self confident person. Our next heading is four behaviors radiating in a self confident person. Look for self confidence people in your life and try to understand them a little bit better. First is they are willing to accept compliment. When was the last time you didn't sidestep a compliment? Usually a compliment leaves you spiraling out of control, refuting it. These self-confidence people hear expressions of interest of honor from their peers and they don't refuse them. Instead, they are gracious and accepting. Second one is they retain positivity in every conversation. How often do you slide from initial greeting to complaints about what you have to do later, how much of a drag your life is right now, or how crappy the weather is? Self confident people do not slide from positivity. Instead, they discuss their lives with joy and engagement while asking positivity oriented questions of their conversation partner. The second one is the third one is they view limitless potential and opportunity. How often do you view a life setback as an opportunity? Probably never. It's difficult to see beyond the initial failure to a new opportunity. Self confident people, on the other hand, ratchet forward from this initial setback with positivity and a sense of optimism. Going to talk about fourth one, they fall away from self promotion. Do you find yourself bragging in order to feel approval from others? Self confident people don't feel the need to shout out their accomplishment. They hold complete modesty and do not feel the intense desire to bring attention to themselves. If you find yourself to bragging often, you probably feel that you don't deserve respect without calling out for it. Thank you so much.
So guys, now I will tell you about lack of self-confidence and why it's not your fault. Low self-confidence can be a part of you because you don't believe in yourself, don't believe in your abilities or the thing you are good with, and you couldn't find a happier you in yourself because of that lack of self-confidence. And the 10 hidden reasons for your low self-confidence are: maybe low self-confidence become the monster inside you. The most common reasons for adult low self-confidence can be: maybe you had an uninvolved parent or caregiver. During your first years, if your parent was preoccupied, you felt no desire or need to push yourself to achieve. Or when you did achieve something, your parent or caregiver gave no praise and your achievement became unimportant to you. You apologize for everything you do, even if that thing is good. You had a disapproving parent or caregiver. Your initial years were spent hearing that whatever you did wasn't good enough, or maybe you didn't reach the level you should be on. So this criticism leaves you feel unconfident of yourself. If you had parents in constant conflicts, if your parents often fought when you were a child, if this happened to you, you may carry the feeling of being tainted. Everything you involve in yourself become scared. If you were bullied and you had over supportive parents, if you were bullied in school and you were met with parents who tried to hide you from the terrors, you were unable to develop an outer layer of protection. Your feeling of lack of preparation is shameful to you. You feel that you aren't good enough to face anything that you don't already understand. If you were bullied and you had an unsupportive parents, to counter bullying with over-supportive parent, if you were bullied and you had unsupportive parent, you are plagued with a lack of self-confidence. You felt hopeless in your everyday life, and you brought these feelings into your adult life. If you were bullied and had uninvolved parents, if you were bullied only to return to a home without attention of your exterior problems, you felt shortchanged and you feel that no one wanted to listen to your problems, no one wanted to give you advice because you don't feel like they are important to other people. Or if you are a victim of a certain trauma, drastic physical, emotional, or sexual abuse brings a deep sense of low self confidence. You may blame yourself for your past trauma. You may view yourself as a shameful person, a person who deserved what you went through when you were younger. And if you were met with academic challenges without parent support, your school days were filled with ultimate confusion. You grew up feeling stupid as an adult. You doubt yourself and your abilities. You don't share your own opinions because you think that they might be defective, or your intelligence ability to sorry. You were negatively affected by the media. You were never as thin or as beautiful as those people. The people displayed lacked realistic qualities. This feeling of inadequacy in the media strengthens your negative feelings. You were a part of a particular belief system. Many belief systems peg you into a place of perpetual sin. As a child, you felt like you were continually doing wrong. You felt eternal guilt and shame during worship. You continually feel disappointment at your inability to reach perfection. So guys, everyone holds his own path to feel safe, to feel self-confident in his everyday life. Your path to find joy and forgiveness for both yourself. You must try as best as you can to rid yourself of your life and to find infinite self-confidence. So good luck for your self-confidence.
Taking a self inventory, understanding yourself on a more intimate level. Low self confidence, ongoing stressful life events such as relationship breakdown or financial trouble. Your action, if they come from a very deep, resentful place of low self confidence, hurt your friend and family. Feel inspiration. Inspiration awakens us to a new possibilities by allowing us to understand our ordinary experiences and limitation. Breakfast. How you wake up in the morning, what you usually have for breakfast. Work. You get to work and how you get home. Overweight. How begin wake up a little bit early and going to walk. Early going to walk, just this is simplest act, changing a bit of your routine could after the rest of your day's action. Achieve your success and don't ever fool yourself. Success come from really hard work. Self motivation is the simplest form, the force that drive to do thing and skills you need. Price is restored tool. It's changed us for arbiter by refocusing our affection, own ability, understanding what you are good at on a personal level is incredibly important. Read book, and work for better self-confidence. Work better if the only time you think about work on your performance is before the annual performance. Understanding Understanding implies ability and disposition with respect to an object of knowledge. Utilize quality. Quality is the totality of feature and characteristic of a product or services. Knowledge is very wide concept and has no ending, representing very best. Therefore, a knowledge of how to be your best self all the time. Specific way. Everyone is separate from everyone else in a very specific way. Good writer. How you have athletic skill. There are some things that make your complete you. Thank you.
Heading number 1, Neuro-linguistic programming and self-confidence. Neuro-linguistic programming and self-confidence is a science of success of excellence. It analyzes the top peoples in each field in order to prescribe how those people think, feel, and act. Heading number 2, submodalities and changing the meaning of past. Another unique concept of neuro-linguistic programming is the idea of mapping or submodalities. You have a map of your reality that is completely unique. Heading number 3, neuro-linguistic programming and anchoring. As researched Pavlov man to feed his dogs, he noticed that his dog already had spit and slime coming from their mouth in preparation for the meal they were about to inject. Now, day 1, engage in a powerful visual exercise. Your first day of the 21 days challenge, find your re-evaluating your sense of your future self. Now, day 2, anchor confidence in a song. Music is charged with infinite feeling. You probably have a song that pumps you up. Now, day 3. Transfer your least favorite memory into a positive encounter. Bad memories tend to haunt people and alter their future. Your bad memories, for example, inhibit you from living to your full potential. Now, day 4. Make early morning daily affirmation. On the morning of day 4, make a half hour before you normally do. Go to a cool, quiet place away from everyone else in your house. Close your eyes and focus on your breathing.
Days 5 to 8 of your 21-day self confidence challenge. Confidence to strengthen your social interaction. Now that you understand some very personal techniques to hone your interior thoughts about yourself, you can move on to the greater environment. You can begin to work on your communication, bringing your internal thoughts to the exterior relationship sphere. But how can you improve your ability to create a social life? And how can you hold the confidence to maintain a strong social interaction? The following 4 days will allow you to focus on these ideas. Day 5. Strike up a conversation and speak slowly. In order for people to take you seriously, you must illustrate your confident sense of self. Strike up a conversation with someone you have hardly spoken to before. Speak slowly, illustrating your authority. A person with authority shows their sense of confidence, shows the fact that they are worthy to speak to. Slowing your regular will boost your confidence while talking to this new person. This new person will perceive you as someone he should continue to talking. Day 6. Seek someone who can empower you with knowledge. As we all know that knowledge is power. However, fueling yourself with knowledge is one of the quickest strategies to begin feeling those waves of self-confidence. You can empower yourself with knowledge via the internet. But however, receiving knowledge from someone you seek out is much better. Someone you know has knowledge about something you don't. Your life knowledge is completely different than his. Swap knowledge and give each other pieces of each other's worlds. The person you approach will love discussing the knowledge he already has. He will love speaking about himself and his world. Day 7. Find an exercise buddy. Exercising fuels empowerment, and empowerment creates boundless self confidence. Ask an exercise affluent person to go for a run or a walk with you. You are including him in something he already enjoys. Ask his exercise advice. Including them on your exercise journey will form a bond between you. Day 8. Eliminate toxic friends from your life. Well, this is a heavy one. Oftentimes, people find themselves in toxic relationship with negative friends, with friends who work to only bring them down instead of build them up. Therefore, for day 8, ask yourself who your true friends are. Go through your contact list on your cell phone, and if you find a name that makes you feel a lack of self confidence, you must immediately delete that name from your contact information. Deleting them doesn't mean that person is cut from your life forever. It simply means you are taking a conscious action to eliminate a toxic environment while you heal.
Assalamu alaikum. Guys, I am presenting the sixth chapter of the book Build Unbreakable, Unstoppable, Powerful Confidence in All Areas of Life. The name of this chapter is Day 9 to 12 of your 21-day self confidence challenge. Confidence in your romantic life. This chapter consists on the 4 days. Day one, meditate about the past and the current relationship. Second day, make continued eye contact. Third day, appreciate the value of touch. Fourth, calm and outside interest. Uh, Day 9, meditate about past and current relationship. This day consists on the four main points. Number one, ask yourself some questions about current relationship. Second, ask yourself about present. Third, believe in yourself. When you wake up in the morning, go to your quiet meditative ground and ask yourself some personal questions. If you are in a relationship, ask yourself how have you allowed the current relationship you are into falter and puzzle. Can you see actual instance in your mind that formed this negative blood between the two of you? Do you feel your voice of self-doubt and low self-esteem working inside of you, alternating the way you feel about your relationship without merit? If you are not current in relationship, ask yourself if these negative low self-confidence thoughts have killed past relationship or are alternating your ability to meet anyone new. You must picture yourself as a happier, more communicative person in a committed relationship. Spin your current thoughts of yourself into this thought and feel the way that a happy, committed person feels. This committed feeling is your ultimate goal. Day 10. Make continued eye contact. There are three main points of this day. Number one, making continued eye contact. Second, make yourself open and positive. Third, focus on your exterior action. During day 10, you must focus making continued eye contact when you are speaking with either your romantic partner or a potential partner. You must make yourself seem open and positive, ready to listen to anything that person has to say. Now that you understand that your lack of self confidence is putting a gap between the two of you, you can act your way out of low self esteem. Remember that your exterior action or uh, alter your interior beliefs. Day 11. Appreciate the value of touch. There are four main factors of this day. Number one must be the action oriented person. Second, remember to keep touch in mind. Third, appreciate their existence by physical action. Fourth, do physically things. Affection can go a long way. Just feeling a small touch on your hand, on your elbow can bring endorphins to your brain. Thus, an highlighting sign of stress. Unfortunately, you cannot actually ask for a touch on this road to self confidence. Instead, you must be the provider of this touch. You must be the action oriented person. If you have a spouse or a partner, remember to keep touch in mind. When you see your partner in the morning, touch them on the shoulder, kiss them on the cheeks or on the mouth. Let them know through a pure physical action that you appreciate their existence. They will begin to return this gesture of touch, showing sign of applications as well. Day 12. Calm and outside interest. The main point of these chapters are focus on something unique for yourself, make better your exterior life, uh, take, take stock of your old hobby. On day 12, you should focus on something that is uniquely for yourself, something outside of your relationship or your potential relationship. If you take up if you take up basketball as a if you take a basketball as a hobby outside of your relationship, you will have interesting stories to tell your partner or potential partner about last night game. You seem interesting and more vibrant in the relationship because you have an interesting exterior life. On this day 12, take stock of your old hobbies or anything new you might want to try. Sign up for an exercise class, head over to the craft shop, or enroll in a painting course. Thank you.
Day 13 till 16 of your 21-day self-confidence challenge. Confidence to find success at work or school. Low self-confidence at work or school can leave you feeling anxious and unable to truly succeed although you made it there to your desired university or your workplace after extensive interviews and applications. You suddenly feel as if you don't belong there. Your school or your workplace is on so many levels your identity. You must reaffirm your self confidence in these environments. Your school life is the stepping stone to your livelihood. In order to maximize your life, you must maximize your time spent at these places. Day 13. Outline the reasons you are at this work or school. When you wake up before work or school on day 13, assemble a list of the reasons you were chosen to attend this school or be an employee at this workplace. For example, in order to attend this university, you achieved all A's in high school. In order to be hired as an employee at your company, you had to rock the interview process. The skills people see in you at work or school every single day. By listing your skills, you will reaffirm your work or school identity. Day 14. Remember that no assignment is overly threatening. On day 14, you must be proactive about your thinking. Look ahead on your calendar and see your next scary day at work or school. The low self confident person inside of you may be screaming at these future days during this day 14. However, you must remember that your perception of the situation is almost 100% of your truth of the situation. Instead of thinking of the presentation as a scary, terrible thing, try to remember the last bad presentation as it was. Instead, as a learning experience, when you drop the bad memory of bad presentation or task, you can move forward. Day 15. Try to maintain activity all day. As a low self confident individual, you may find yourself hurting your chances of success. This self sabotage idea translates into the work or school place, often in the form of procrastination because you have fear of failure. In order to boost your self confidence, you must practice the art of continually if your result isn't precisely what it needs to be. Therefore, on day 15, arrive at work and take only one break for lunch. Work from morning till evening without giving your brain a single moment to think about self doubt. You will find yourself utilizing your time much better. You will stop lingering on things you can't change. On day 16, add a challenge to something you have mastered. At work or school, you probably have something that you do very well without thinking about it. This particular activity makes you feel good when you do it. For example, if you are really good at presentations, you might begin it to slow off on them because you think they are a sure thing. In order to build your self confidence, you must be willing to accept new challenges. Therefore, on day 16, analyze what you are good at and up your game a little bit.
Day 17 to 20 of your 21-day self confidence challenge. Confidence to deepen your goal achievements in all life areas. The past 16 days have brought you information. You understand the reason for your so low self confidence and you're beginning to work on them. Day 17. Trust yourself well. When you look the part of a successful person, you'll feel more like a successful person. If you refuse to wash your hair or wear nice clothes, you'll feel like you don't care about yourself. Therefore, on this day, before you leave your house, do something extra special to improve your look. Try a new hairstyle, wear a different tie, spruce yourself up in a unique way. By improving your look, you will assure the world that you're unafraid of trying new things. This confidence will affirm your interior beliefs. Day 18. Set a small, achievable goal for yourself. If your overachieving goals are incredibly large, they can feel overwhelming. If you set a large goal, you will feel overwhelmed and will give up without ever finishing it. To overcome this problem, you should set a small goal for yourself, something that aligns on the path to your greater goal. If you set small goals, you can break your big goal up into more manageable pieces. If your goal is to lose 40 pounds, set a goal for yourself to have a salad and go for a walk and a little bit of exercise every day. If you achieve this goal, you'll show yourself that every day counts on the way to your big goal. Day 19. Pay close attention to your interior dialogue. Your interior dialogue is the voice in your head, constantly talking to yourself. You may have a voice in your head that constantly tells you that you're not good enough. In order to reach towards your goal, you must take control of the interior dialogue. Trace your thoughts very carefully and always think positive. Because if you think positive, you will feel positive. Day 20. Begin practicing the skills you require to achieve your goal. When you understand the goals for which you reach, you must begin honing the knowledge you require to meet those goals. Obtain more knowledge as you move forward and become a master of your goal. If your goal is to lose weight, begin to educate yourself about caloric contents and the foods you must eat in order to lose weight and eat healthy foods. You should always strive for your goal. Working towards any goal requires much research and organization. If you have the tools to proceed, you must begin backing up your actions with education. Day 21 of your 21-day self-confidence challenge. Moving forward. Day 21. Keep stretching. The past 20 days have allowed you to build a firm ground of self-confidence. You now understand the ways your brain operates and how it reacts to certain situations. You understand how to negate the negative thoughts in your mind. On day 18, you achieved a small goal on a greater path to your ultimate goal. Keep this in mind as you move forward and set small goals for yourself each and every day in order to build your self confidence. You should always try to boost your skills. Do a little something every single day to push yourself. If you continue to work towards your self confidence, you'll actually earn the positive feelings you hold. They are the payment for your days of hard work. Moving forward, it's important to remember to always act like a positive, self confident person. Even when your life begins to crumble around the edges, You can charge towards your goals and bypass all the fallbacks. Don't give up on yourself. Remember, everyone has low confidence days. If you remember your powerful positivity, you'll have the ability to change everything.